Hey loves, hey, this Tasha the Boss Chick. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Okay, so I'm back because I was on about 20 minutes ago. And guys, the stream, I think, I don't know, the internet wasn't the best. So I am back. I cannot let y'all miss out on how we trade, how we get to the bag. And yes, we literally make our money, make us some money. So if you're looking for an opportunity to make money from home, or on the side, a side hustle, you're at work and you have a lunch break and you want to make some money on your lunch, on the beach, traveling, on vacation, guess what? As long as you have a cell phone, a smart device, you too can make your money, make you money. All right. We're not doing the old traditional way where we're working for money every single day, exchanging our hard efforts and labor for the dollar. So let me tap you in so you can see exactly what we do. I have been doing this now for almost 10 years. I was a school teacher for 14 years before firing my boss. I'm talking fast because I want you guys to see the money and how we do it. So I'll be back. Stay tuned. Don't hang up. Subscribe if you're new here. God bless. Be right back.
trend line are 3 points, guys. And now I'm just looking above is what I am currently up. You guys have been to California, inflation is crazy. So I'm up 2 California copies, 2 Cali copies. But if you notice the bottom, we 100 These are big boy numbers. We really 6:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Same with Rich. He's on right after me. We are the dynamic duo in the AM session, and then you have the Queen Arabella always closing out the afternoon and the evening. When you make as much money as she does, she can afford to wake up at noon, and then call trades. So we appreciate we appreciate that. Let's go, guys.
Let's go. Drop some dollar signs in the chat. Drop some dollar signs in the chat.
Let's go, guys. How you guys?
Win, 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 win. Curve everything else.
I love calls like this.
Win, win, win.
I want to share my screen here with you guys really quickly as well. So we called a few shots today. I think we called 7 total today. We almost won. Like, probably haven't traded like this for quite some time. I usually take one good clean setup and be done, but with the way gold was moving, it was like nearly almost impossible for me to not trade, especially when the market's literally talking to me. And I just want to share my screen with you guys so you can see some of the results from the community itself. I also did a live session today on here, and I'm just going to share my screen and show you our signals. Not only are you guys able to come on here and ask us questions on the live session, but you guys will actually get support while you guys are taking our trades live through our Telegram channel. And you guys, like, here are some people making real live results from just the same exact trade that you took. So if you're a beginner on this call, maybe you're practicing on a demo account, like, have your goal be for the next call you jump on here, you're going to start your live, you're going to start making money alongside everybody else. You guys, here's another person who made $104 from that trade. Here's another one where they made, if I do this math correctly, it looks like almost $200. But overall, even if we took a look at that, here are all the greens. I cannot see a single red number on here from today, and that's all all of the trades that we took.
Arabella, we're about to hit a new all-time high again.
Again?
Yeah.
I actually gave the community a TP5. I wish I gave you guys a TP5 because if it does break that resistance, I will be sending that by again. But look at these results, you guys, and even the people on this call here are making results. Is absolutely insane. So make sure you guys lock in, especially for the next trade here. I'll probably be looking at, hold on, let me reshare my screen on here.
You want to
ahead and I deleted. Yeah. Deleted one of the previous markups, but we're at the same part. We did enter within that liquidity sweep, and that's exactly why the market, like, I would say sell off. It does continue going bullish. This is the resistance it's on, the previous one, and I would love to see a candle kind of pass this, creating another fair value gap to give me that confirmation that the market's going to push up a bit more. But we might be taking another buy here, and I'll give you guys the go when it's ready, okay?
Cool. So I'm gonna share my screen one more time, and just if we see a potential trade. So like, let's just say hypothetically, oops, 1 second. Let me spotlight my screen. All right, so let's just say, Arabella hops on here and she says, "Hey guys, we're gonna take a buy, right? Like we're gonna decide to take another buy on XAU USD." So basically, you want to make sure you have the right pair selected. So over here, you guys can see the pair that you have selected, but if you have it over here, there might be pairs like USD JPY. Like sometimes I call USD JPY, and this is what USD JPY looks like, right? It just means that $1 equals a certain amount of Japanese yen. So if we're going to trade gold, you want to make sure that you have that selected. So you want to make sure you have XAU USD. And again, that just means, guys, that 1 ounce of gold equals a certain amount of US dollars. Now that number, it's going to change. It's going to fluctuate. It's already fluctuated a ton, just during this last, 40 minutes. We've gone down, we've gone all the way back up. So what we did in the very beginning of the session is we took a couple buys, right? The one of the buys that I took, I ended up losing. I entered a little bit too early, but then the next one that I entered, guys, I ended up winning. So the one that I took with Arabella, I won, right? Now that one climbed, even farther than what I anticipated. But if we think the market's going to go up, again, you just want to make sure that you have a couple different options, right? Like you can just hit buy, but you could also click this little arrow, and then you could actually, put the details in that you want, right? Like you could put the take profit in, you could put the stop loss in, and basically, again, take profit just means when the market gets to that point, it takes you out of the trade. If for some reason the market goes the wrong way, this is the max amount that you could lose, right? So let's just say, she said, "Hey, let's go in for a buy right now." Like let's say that was what we wanted to call out. Basically, guys, you would want to put in a take profit. So let's just say hypothetically, right now we wanted to take a profit at 48.50, right? At basically where the peak of the market went so far. If we believe the market was going to go make an all-time high, we could put that in. And then for the stop loss, let's just say we wanted to take it where the low has been in the last, 40 minutes. We could just do that as well. So we could go all the way down to 26. We could have that be the stop loss, have this be the take profit, and then we could go ahead and enter if we wanted to. Now, I'll take this just so you guys can see it and you guys can see how it is, but don't take this trade right now. I'm going to do this with a 0.01. So it's literally, nothing. It's going to, I just want to be able to show you guys what it looks like to enter a trade. So now that I'm in the trade, right, you guys can see the take profit up here, and then you guys can see the stop loss down here. Now, if the market is to go down, like let's just say the market ends up going down all the way to here, the max I'm going to lose is what it said, which was $16. Now, if the market goes the way that we would want it to go, I would make whatever it said, like $8. But that's how you enter. And now this is all movable, so you guys can move. If you click the stop loss, you can move it to. So if you want to move it lower, you want to move it up, you guys can do that as well. And then same thing goes for the take profit as well. It's all movable once you have it in there, but that's how you enter in the trade. So if Rich calls out something, guys, like let's say he sees something on GBP USD. Well, you want to make sure you have GBP USD selected. You just want to make sure you have the right pair selected. You want to make sure that you're not risking anything more than 0.05 for every $500 that you have in your account. and just make sure you're going in the right direction, right? If we believe the market's going to go up, you want to go in for a buy. If we believe the market's going to go down, we want to go in for a sell. Now, I forgot to mention this when I was talking in the very beginning. The rule here is this. If you win 2 trades, this is my rule. You guys don't have to follow this rule if you don't want to, but my rule is that if I win 2 trades in a row, I'm done, right? I'm done for the day. I don't need to trade anymore. Now, also, if I lose 2 trades in a row, I'm also done, because sometimes the market is just going to do what it wants to do, and I can't help it. Doesn't matter how good the strategy is. Doesn't matter, how much I believe the market's going to go a certain way. Doesn't matter. The market's going to do what the market wants to do. So we teach these things, guys. Our educators teach these things on all of our on all of their sessions. They teach you guys proper risk management. They teach you guys how to be successful, and they'll help you guys, become professional traders. So, but that's how you enter, guys. And maybe we'll see some more trades. I don't know, Rich, if you see anything, or Preston, if you have anything else. I'm still looking too as well to see if I see.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on a pair right now to go a little lower.
Yeah, my trade will probably take all Asia and London to play out. So until it just breaks that structure that's right there, some of you guys got another opportunity to hop back in.
Cool. Well, I think we won like 2 of them on Arabella's gold trade already. I think we're what, 2-1, maybe 3-1.
I think we're 3-1 with yours, because I hit the stop loss during the liquidity sweep. We just recovered now. I'm really hoping to get one more in. But
Okay.
another thing for you guys to note down as well, for the ones, of course, who want to learn, like after all-time highs, there's usually a correction in the market that needs to happen. It's a healthy thing for the market, so it hits those all-time highs and then it'll sell off for a bit. I honestly think like the rest of the week we're going to sell off, so maybe this might be the time, or it might give us just a little last push that I'm hoping for, but I'm just waiting for confirmation.
Amazing.
Guys,
Guys, real quick,
trade here, we're gonna go for a NAS buy here. I'm gonna share my screen, so y'all gotta get ready. NASDAQ, it's already entered, so you guys gotta be pretty quick here. We're looking to break above this gray box on the 1-minute time frame. We're kind of wicking it right now. If we can get a candle closure, which I know some of you guys may not understand what that is, but if we can get a candle closure breaking above this area right here, we're gonna go in. I wanted to kind of like make sure that y'all are ready for it, because if we're gonna be trading on the 1-minute time frame to catch some fast trades, we're gonna have to be ready. So again, a 10-point stop. If you guys are trading on Trade Locker, like Maddie was showing, you're gonna need to use 1,000 ticks. Okay, 1,000 ticks. Now, at the end of the trading is kind of like, so you don't have to hit a home run necessarily right now. Just put in the reps of you guys actually knowing what it's like to get into a trade, and whatever you can make, just consider this bonus money, because when we're activating our strategies during our ideal sessions, that's really where we play big. All right. So again, I wanted to give you guys a heads up on this and let the other guys kind of do their thing while this loads up. But if we can break on the 1-minute chart above this basically last wick that you saw right here, we're going to be looking for NASDAQ buys. If we don't get a crack above that, we're just going to chill and wait for another potential zone. But this is the area that I'm looking for price to break above, and we should get a really nasty trade here on live. So I'll give you guys updates if we start to cross back the zone. I know that we were like looking like we were about to cross it, but I'll give you guys an update again in just a few minutes.
Fire. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready. So basically, Rich, so when it does wick above, basically just buy market, right? Like as soon as we see it, just hit buy.
Yeah, well, let me share real quick again. So if you guys are having your charts up, obviously, if you can kind of mark it up, the numbers might be slightly different across different brokers, guys. You got to understand when we're trading, some of the numbers might be similar, but it's not always going to be perfectly the same numbers. But if you're looking at the 1-minute chart, this is some updated ones since price is moving a little bit lower now. But this zone for sure is very strong. If we can inverse this fair value gap right back above here, we should be breaking above all of this and get a really nice risk to reward trade that's going to give you guys like 2x, 3x your risk. And that's the best way to trade, in my opinion. So Again, I'll keep you updated in just a few minutes, but we're going to be scalping, so we should find some stuff.
Amazing. All right. Well, I'll teach a little bit. If you guys see anything, feel free to interrupt me. I'll teach a little bit, guys, the stuff that I kind of know. So Arabella kind of touched on this just a little bit, right? What she said is like when the market hits, a top or an area, we call that like a rejection. So, this right here would technically be the new rejection. It's the new all-time high for gold. So there's a couple different things that a lot of people do. What I used to do is whenever the market would basically come up to a point like that, you'll be able to collect some pips, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pips, just because it will make a rejection at that point. And there's really three types of trends. There's like your major trend, right? The main trend, and it's either going to be an uptrend, and you guys can see here, pretty plain as day. This is pretty easy to see that this thing is moving, up, right? Like this thing started here and it's moving up. So it's in a primary uptrend. Now, the secondary trend though is whenever the market basically pulls back. So even though it's in an uptrend, there's always going to be somewhat of a pullback. So let me just grab this little brush here. So as you guys can see here, right, the market moved up. That's the primary trend. The secondary trend is when it pulls back like this. Then it starts going in the primary trend again. And then it pulls back to the secondary trend. And then it, boom, went back to the primary trend. So that's basically, guys, the overall flow of the market, right, is up. Now, sometimes, though, the market moves left to right. And you guys can see that right here. The market stayed right here, and it just kind of bounced. Sometimes you'll see the market, it'll kind of flow left to right, and then it will go into a trend. So this is what you call consolidation. Now, the market consolidated, then it went into its uptrend. Now, here, it could potentially just consolidate for a little bit, and then it could end up going down, right? That could be the way the market goes. We don't know right now. But what I do and what I basically judge my reasoning on is kind of what she was talking about, right? Like, where is the spots where the market has, hit the top? Well, that's where the market has hit the top. Well, where does it hit the bottom? Well, the bottom is kind of like right here. And this is where the market potentially could stay in between. Now, it can be a lot of fun to trade in between, because what happens a lot of times, the market will kind of ping pong. Now, you can sell up here. So you can go in for sells here. Let me make this bigger. Let's see here. Make this a little bit bigger. All right, well, it's not that big. Sells up here, and then you can go for buys down here. So whenever the market comes up to here, going for a sell. Whenever the market comes down to here, going for a buy, until it breaks one of these areas. When it breaks that area, well, most likely it's going to probably continue in that area for a little bit. And then you want to see what the trend is actually doing, whether the market's going to continue to go down. Now, when you understand this part right there, you're so much farther ahead than most other people. Like, most people don't even know that basic knowledge. Is they look at this and they see, a bunch of boxes. They have no clue what they're looking at. A blue box, guys, is a representation of how far the market has moved in a specific amount of time. So a blue box that you see right here, let me just zoom in here real quick. This blue box, guys, right here, this just represents the market has moved up during that 15-minute time window. Right now I have 15 minutes selected. I can select 30 minutes. I can select an hour. Basically just turns these boxes into different time frames. Now, the red ones just means the market moved down. The lines that you see, that just represents how far it either down to here, but it ended right here. So I like to just put my lines in of where the market basically rejects that. So like this is where the market is rejecting at right now. And like Arabella said, if it breaks through this though, guess what? It's most likely going to make another new all-time high. So I used to just always sell when it hit this. And I would just collect a quick little, 30, 40, 50 pips. And then same thing down here. This is kind of where I would anticipate the market could buy unless it broke through. So I like to color code things. Guys, if I see blue, this is the bottom where the market hit a bunch of times. So we're going to buy. Look how many times that we could have bought and sold. So we would have just said, okay, this is the top, this is the bottom, and whenever it comes back to that, we're gonna rebuy or sell.
Hey, sorry, Maddie. I think this trade is about to take off now. I'm
Okay.
just waiting for this candle here to close, and then we might go in for a quick buy. Just get it ready. Don't press the buy button now, guys. We're still waiting for confirmation, but it's getting really close. So I'll let you guys know, but go ahead. Go ahead, Maddie.
Okay, cool. Let's see here. All right, so when the market was in consolidation like this, you could have sold there, and then you could have bought here, could have sold here. You could have bought here. Now, normally people, they risk, let's just say one lot per pip. Well, each one of these trades here were basically, let's see here, how many pips was that? Let's see here. Ruler, let's look at this. So you took the sell. So 20 pips. 20 pips here. You would have made 20 pips here, 20 pips here, 20 pips here, 20 pips here. So 20, 40, 60, 80. 80 total pips in these 4 trades just following the consolidation. Now, you might have taken a sell here, right? Like, because you were still doing the same thing, this potentially could have been a loss, right? This could have been the loss that you took. But once it broke, you could have said, okay, you know what? Now I believe that this is going to continue in a continuation.
Hey, I'm sorry. We're going to go in for the buy here now. Just go with half risk, just because with all-time highs also, you guys, just keep in mind that, of course, it's going to be a risky zone no matter what. So if you're going in for this buy here, just go ahead and take half the risk. We're going to enter in the first position here now, and then I'll go ahead and put the take profit and the stop loss here in the chat for you guys. Okay?
You want to share your screen?
Yeah. Okay. The original, here you guys go. It's still going to be
I'm already in profit. Let's go.
that I put here. It's going to be where we entered at 44. Take profit 1 is 46, and then we're going to ride 20, 40, 60 pips for it to literally smash within one small short-term resistance, especially this one here. I can see us going even higher. Like, I know TP5 looks a bit crazy because it feels so far to reach, but it is possible if we break those resistances here. So if you guys were able to take that, massive profits already, let's go ahead and just let it ride out, but make sure you guys protect your trades when you can. You can, of course, continue. Go ahead, Maddie.
Let's see some dollar signs in the chat for Arabella. Let's go. If you made money on this session, guys, can you type profits in the chat? I want to see who's made money on this session real quick. Let's see the total profits. I want to see the dollar sign plus the amount of money that you've made, guys, in the chat. I want to call this out real quick. Let's see it. let's see, $189, 1032. Oh my goodness. 54, 204, 400. Wow. $2, $1,300. Wow, guys, we've been on here for 1 hour. We've been $1,000, $900, $324. Ollie, I think you got something to drop, right, for next week?
Yes, sir.
For everybody that's
We
on
sure
here right
do.
now, for everyone that's on here right now, we got a little gift that we want to drop. We still got 550 people on this call right now, which is crazy. You know, they're all staying on. So let's give these guys a little gift, Ollie.
I have a very weird feeling that maybe next week we'll have over 1,000 people
we
tuning
got
in.
a NAS buy activating here. NAS buys right now.
All right, Nas buy.
NSDQ.X.
I'm in.
Breaking past this 1 minute zone. It's a 10-point stop covering these lows on the 1 minute chart. If we can break past this zone, we're going to be good. If it rejects, we'll be in a little bit of trouble. But at the end of the day, guys, make sure that you guys are using a risk that you guys can handle a loss if it does come to that. But we're going to be positive. We're going to try to get this to wick up here. If you haven't entered yet and you're looking at the 1 minute chart, let's try to get a candle to close right above this zone, and we should be good to go with this entry. The TP1, I will always do about half of the risk. So it'll be about a 5-point TP1, and then I'll give you guys some updated TPs. Again, if you haven't entered yet, I would enter if you can break above the zone. If you're already in, don't worry about it. Just make sure your stops can cover these lows down here. Again, guys, we're scalping, so this is going to be a pretty fast trade, so make sure you're good. This next candle, it looks like it wants to cross above. If we can get a nice candle closure in like the next 20 seconds, we're going to be pretty
Let's go. We're
big,
getting
I think, on this. So
Let's
see,
watch it close.
if we can get some undefeated streaks here. Let's go. Candle closes in 5 seconds, and then I'll let you guys keep it rolling.
Print
Let's
green,
go.
baby. Print green, baby.
All right, we're
Hey,
breaking one.
talk to me nice, baby.
Okay, that's a
Let's
good
go.
sign. It's a good sign. Let's see if we can keep it going.
Talk to me nice.
I'll give you guys updates on this, but it looks like
We're in profit, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes, we
Let's
are.
go. Let's go. Let's
Yes,
go.
we
Let's
are.
go.
If
And
we can
then
get at
also-
least TP1, we secured some of the back.
Yo, type some dollar signs in the chat if you're on the profit, guys.
Everybody drop a push in the chat.
Maddie,
Let's
we need
push
the song.
in the chat.
Push.
If you can
push.
secure a TP1, take the
I
TP1. At the end of the
can't.
day, we're here to make some bonus money, y'all.